top of the throne. I ain't a king, not a pawn. Hop on a jet across the globe. I guess the road is my home and there's so many miracles burning my dome like turbulent air. I'm switching these flows. If you look at my neck, boy, I'm letting it snow. I'm sturdy as hell, it's a vessel alone. They showing me love in my city. Gangs ain't hippies. Women like me, you know what I'm about. I'm not the stereotypes. They do not fit me. I'm bigger than life. Gave everyone jobs. I'm not a guard. Go hard with a squad. I'm playing my part like them LeBron. Rings to the team. I feel Jackson and hard. The homie calling from a cell. A couple of homies be making it. I just want all of them dudes to the well. Not worry about taking a couple of L's. Don't sin for me, just win for me. Don't kill for me, just live for me. Keep it real for me. We eat together, leave the bill for me like. Hand on my heart, I give it all I got. Walk the walk and talk the talk. Take it higher, that's a God. Hand on my heart, no, I give it all I got. Walk the walk, talk the talk. Take it higher, that's a God. Never stopping, that's a must. Always winning, never lost. GPS, I never lost. GPS, I never lost. Who do it better than me? Yeah. Vision on 2020. Yeah. VVS, Clippity. Yeah. Determination, laser focus. Banging on they know they taking notice. Taking notice. Taking notice. Determination, laser focus. Banging on they know they taking notice.
Not a day in my life. Long as my dogs stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die. We ain't gon' run, no, we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. As long as my dogs stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die. This ain't nothing for the pack. Got 16 sitting in the lap. Whole squad all dressed in all black. Every single last one of them got my back. Hey, 20 of us, that's 20 goons in them. Ice cream whip, triple scoop. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm highly favored. Don't wanna play me, no conversation. Ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'ma pour out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. On a run to the bread until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the check. We ain't gon' run, no, we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. Long as my dogs stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die. We ain't gon' run, no, we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. As long as my dogs stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die.
Playing skills, you did.
Playing skills.
Ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, all on the wrist. Watch out flip, watch out whip. I'm in the whip, all on the wrist. I never switch. Ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, all on the wrist. Watch out flip, watch out whip. I'm in the whip, all on the wrist. I never switch. Ice on the wrist. I get the money, but I never switch. They saying you switch, you won't get it. You know they came from the bottom and now we is lit. You was lit, I gotta get it, I gotta get it. You hating cause ice on the wrist. Why bet you wanna be famous, They Ella, they made us, You know I'm icy in Vegas, This for the that hate us, I make a lot of new money, When it's not savers, You be liking my flavor, I think it's cause ice on the wrist, on the wrist, watch out, I never switch, you never switch. I never switch, I never switch. Ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist,
getting money since I was legit. Ever since I blew, they all on my hey, back then, didn't know I exist. Don't touch my cup, you know how I sip. Hey, got your long, I made her when I showed out my whip. Hey, spent about 10 on my fit. Ex-slick, then hit with the back then, used to out the zip. Blow out his back, then dip. Got a whole party all on the ship. All these 4 things, pull out the VIP. Suck, turn up, baby, pour out the milk. So you know how I drip.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our 2 quarterbacks, certainly 2 of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team. This will be taken very short. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Here we go.
On 1st and 10, Cunningham. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. And give him a gain of 37. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Cunningham. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Ted Hendricks making his presence felt. Throwing on 3rd and long. Cunningham. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Herman Moore, 53 yards. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Lutz good on the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Fielded about a yard deep.
Well, you gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Now the Hall of Famer, this is Gale Sayers. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Watch out.
They run with Sayers. 8 yards on the ground there, and now they're looking. At a 3rd and 2.
That's a gain of 8.
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. Caught by his running back, Sayers. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Here's Okoye. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
I know a lot of times we like to put players in certain boxes. He does this and he does that. But this guy, he can do a little bit of everything. He's not just a lead blocker or a guy who protects the passer. Handing the ball, he might want to get out of the way.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. A first carry for the legend. It's Bo Jackson working his way for a gain of 7 to the 26.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber that runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
To throw on 2nd down, Cunningham. He gets this one to Johnson. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Calvin Johnson, 26 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Elliott good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This will be taken short. Yeah, he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
On 2nd down now, Dickerson. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And he's got his target. That's Moore. 20. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. DJ Moore, 72 yards. And the Bengals have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. This will be taken about the 12. Fights through and now a crease.
Well, you gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. A run at Sayers' right side. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Cunningham. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And down to the 19-yard line. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Now Sayers. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. To throw on second down. Cunningham. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
On first down, Dickerson. It's Antonio Cromartie that was in on the tackle. On second down, Dickerson. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down. On first down, it's Cunningham. And that's incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Now Cunningham out of the backfield. That's complete to Kamara. Call it a gain of 5. And just like that, it's third down. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Out of the gun here, it's Cunningham. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down. So first and 10 now from the 30. They'll run it now out of the gun. He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. Fans, a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime preview. So I guess let's do just that as we'll hand things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando when this one reaches halftime. Did I do okay?
You did great. Not a bad job.
Hey.
But, you know, writing down your ad-lib.
If you print it, I'm going to read it. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. The drive stays alive, a third down gain of 8. They'll run on first down. Dickerson. Now the ball comes loose. And the Jags grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. They'll run with a Hall of Famer, Sayers. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars. A run, this is Sayers. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
The last run got 6, now second and 4. Now Cunningham. It's caught by Jackson. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, third and 1. On third and 2, Cunningham. Open man is Michael Thomas. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Now a first down throw, Cunningham. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. There he goes, right side. Thomas, the intended target.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. Here's Cunningham. And it'll be intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. He's got daylight. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. Past the 20. And they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. So from one end zone all the way to the other. Talk about a turnaround.
And how about the excitement that play generates for his team? Not just the points on the board, but the momentum and taking it from coast to coast, end zone to end zone. What a tremendous play. Now get that man an oxygen tent.
It's your boy Old Mo, you said. Momentum, right?
Old Mo, I think he's kind of limping across at the end because of that distance, but he made it.
This will be taken very short. The Bengals drive about to get going. Time here for likely one play, and then these two teams will head to the locker room all even.
And you know the play caller's just feeling it right now. Let's go ahead and go for this one. A big shot downfield. No. Guaranteed the head coach is like, don't get crazy. Take the knee. Let's get out of here. Tie game. We'll just start all over.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This will be taken short. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Now, a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. 8 yards, first down as they're able to convert. On the give, this is Sayers. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense, and at times will actually make checks, just like a quarterback would on offense, to get them into the right defense. They definitely were on that play. How about that finish, holding that to a minimal gain.
Here's a give now to Sayers. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Cunningham to throw. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. first down. Cunningham forced out to his left. Now he'll let it go deep down the left sideline. Herman Moore is the man he was looking for. That'll bring up second down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
Just a couple there on the second down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Cunningham. Dancing, and he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. The perennial Pro Bowler Aaron Donald gets the sack.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. On first down, Dickerson. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A 13-yard touchdown run as his guys are able to regain the lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be taken very short. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Cunningham. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. 23 yards the pickup there. They'll run it now out of the gun. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now they try the right side here. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. Cunningham looking to throw. This is Johnson. He's got it. Touchdown, Jaguars. Calvin Johnson 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far, as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Dickerson. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. On 2nd down now, Dickerson. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 3 to go. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. Cunningham eluding the pressure right. And he's got a 1st down as he's up to the 48. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a 1st down.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the 1st down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the 4th quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
They'll run on 1st down. Dickerson. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 12 yards that time, and a Cincinnati 1st down. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
And he'll go down at the 28. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
On 1st down, Dickerson. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3.
3 down, 3 down. Watch number 29, 29.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
All right, my man, this is now where it's risk-reward. Because on defense, you've got to crowd the line of scrimmage. You've got to get in all the gaps, get up tight on everyone, and try and force the field goal attempt here. You can't let them break one big, but you know something, when you crowd the line of scrimmage, if they do pop one, it's going to go away.
Yeah, I was going to say could take it to the house, but the magnitude of this possible upcoming field goal, every yard counts. On 3rd down, Dickerson, and he'll have the 1st down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
We can't be totally sure that that was by design, but we do know that a lot of kickers like the ball on the right hash in order to kick the field goal.
Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. On 2nd down, Dickerson. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. So it all rests now on the right leg of Will Lutz. And his kick here is good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. And you know, in an era of cost-cutting and maximizing your roster, this is a club that does not skimp on special teams, and in these situations, it pays dividends.
And that's great vision by the organization. When the difference between winning or losing depends on who you have kicking the ball, would you rather have a street free agent out there or a solid pro like this? Answer's pretty evident to me.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Look at the clock. Everyone knows the situation. Probably time here for one final play.
And we know what that play is going to be. It's got to be some sort of Hail Mary, throwing it towards the end zone and hoping someone can catch it or catch it off of a tip. Think back to 2015. Didn't we see Green Bay pull that off twice in the season? Once in the regular season, once in the playoffs. So stranger things have happened.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The stadium itself might be a bit newer, but it's a rivalry that still burns hot. And here we go, the Battle of the Bay from Santa Clara.
Let's go now.
Now a five-time All-Pro. Here's Gale Sayers. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's 2nd down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. They'll run now with Okoye. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Football's such a game of tendencies, down and distance, and on 3rd and inches, 3rd and 1, you're thinking, yeah, the fullback's probably going to get the ball, but when you get to 3rd and 2, most of the time that's either the running back or a pass play. So that's a nice tendency breaker by the offensive team there. Hand it to their big guy to pick up a first down.
Khalil Mack, of course, the former Raider, there to make the tackle. Here's 2nd and 8. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Aaron Donald with a sack. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack.
And he's going to go down again. Aaron Donald, his 2nd sack of the night.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, Vick. And that's caught inside the 35. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Hey, we got right. We got right. And come on out here. Come get some. Come. Come on here. Come get some. Let's go.
Vick now. Throw left side complete. That's Holt. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
52, come on. I'm going to come back to you.
They run on first down with Jackson. And he'll be brought down short of the 15, but a really good move on the run. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
From the 16, Vick. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. The Stork, Hall of Famer Ted Hendricks, able to get him for a loss of about 3. The Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down. Vick to throw it. And it's complete. Henry. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there.
And how about that throw? We saw a combination of elite arm strength and obviously the ability to move the sticks with that completion. But it's the way that he throws the ball. So compact, yet the ball comes off of his hand and it just whistles.
Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Able to get there and pick it.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily, you're right, but he did there. That's complete to Calvin Johnson. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Back to throw. Cunningham flushed out right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. They'll run it now out of the gun. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. We're scoreless after 1. To throw on third down, Cunningham. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Cunningham from the gun. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland first down. A couple of first downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Cunningham. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That's the Hall of Famer Lawrence Taylor doing what he does best. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. Looking to throw. Cunningham. And the pressure gets to him again. DeForest Buckner with a sack, the former number 7 overall pick.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 13 yards there and a Niner first. 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
And Vic's throw there incomplete. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. To throw again, Vic. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Holt. And he coughed it up, and the Raiders pick it up. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Taking it in from 11 yards out as his guys are on the board first here tonight. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be taken short. And it'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And in a spot like this, still more than a minute, I think if you put something on the board before halftime, that would go a long way towards helping them get back into the game.
There actually is something to the psychology of the game at times, isn't there? How much better would they feel running into the locker room, as you noted, with something on the board in a positive fashion? You're exactly right. It's a great opportunity to get that done.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Vick. He's going to wind up and air it out. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And what a return as he brings this all the way.